All right, this is my partner Jay, and he worked on a channel that did over 6.5 million views and basically went viral nearly on the first video. So it's a faces channel in the celebrity drama niche, and I've been working with Jay for a very long time, a couple of years by this point, and we've been working together on a bunch of channels. Jay worked on this one specifically, and I thought instead of me rambling for 30 minutes, I'd let someone else ramble for once. So. Yeah, I'd love to hear kind of the process on how you built the Curious channel, and if you could explain, yeah, what you did to blow it up, that would be awesome. So, yeah, if you could show us around the channel first to kind of get a sense of what it's about, that would be awesome.
All right. Well, thanks for the intro. Yeah, so I started this channel. It's called Curious. And basically it went viral with the first video. I can show you. That was this one. Within, let's see, first day, 2,500 views, and then it went up really quickly. Yeah, let's start at the beginning. I started this channel with a pre-monetized channel. I bought it for $150 or something. And when we saw the spike, so I will just start with how I found the channel and blah blah blah, all that. And then so here I had the second video that got right now 1.7 million, and that one went to 800K within one day. That one, yeah, crazy viral.
Yeah, that's
And
crazy.
yeah, so that was nice. But
Yeah, I can imagine.
what happened is, so we had this big spike here, and then it basically, so you can see the views were, yeah, still really good. But we got hit with invalid traffic. So we had a almost 2K day and then back to $10 per day, which was really unfortunate. And the reason is that probably we were posting about every 2 days or so. And I think the reason we got hit with invalid traffic is that YouTube thought we were bots or something like that.
Do you
So
think
what
it
I
could?
did,
Do you think it could be
yeah,
related to the fact you bought a cheap pre-monetized channel? The fact that you
yeah,
got hit with infinite traffic? Yeah.
could
So
be,
it
but
was already, it was maybe already
yeah,
botted and then it blew up, and then after that YouTube got sent you infinite traffic afterwards.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it happened. Yeah, it happened before on a new channel as well, but for this one, I think because it went so viral at the beginning, I don't know, maybe they thought there's something weird going on here. So what I did then is I basically stopped uploading. Well, not immediately, but after a week or so, getting hit with the invalid traffic, I stopped uploading and I kept sending feedback here. So what you do is you just say like, "Hey guys, I got hit with invalid traffic," and you capture a screenshot of what is happening because your CPM is usually it stays the same, but the RPM is like really low.
right.
So yeah, that happened, and then well, yeah, missed out on a lot of money here. But after 2 weeks or so, it went back up, and from there it was a matter of scaling.
Yeah.
So I
So
think,
what was the first couple videos you uploaded? Like what kind of was the process of finding the niche, and why did you pick those first few videos? Yeah, to do.
yeah, so I saw this channel, and that had a really big outlier. Like back then, it had, I think it was like 80 to 100K subscribers, and I saw a couple of other small channels too. But what I basically saw is that everything surrounding Ryan's World, like I saw a pattern basically. So this video did like really well, and then this guy, uh, yeah, he went great. Wait, I'll click on oldest. And I saw a topic about Ryan's World here too. Like this guy was already doing the format for a while, and
Yeah,
I saw it after. Yeah, here. So
yeah,
this one I saw another outlier basically. and then I basically started doing research, and I found like multiple other channels. Like I can't find them like right now, but I saw multiple other channels like under 10K subscribers having like big outliers about
Yeah.
Ryan's World.
So
Um,
so we tend to do this process quite a lot now, where basically what we tend to do is, find very high outliers, and especially if these outliers are spread across multiple channels, we tend to just make an entire channel focused on that specific outlier if the situation can be drawn out long enough. That's kind of the thought process you were going through
yeah,
when you ideated or came up with this niche, basically.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Right,
so
right.
when I saw that, I basically dived into the niche and did my research. And what I found is that everything about Ryan's World is basically that there was a lot of controversy around him and his parents. So there was like people thinking that his parents were using him or kind of abusing him on the channel they have. So what we did is that, yeah, I basically did that. I played on, or how do you say it? I uh, I saw that basically, and I went into the Ryan's World topic and made everything like much more controversial in terms of the packaging, just
Yeah.
to get the views out there. It's a bit
We
of
tend to do that. You remember when we did that on the police body cam niche? It was something like, I don't
yeah,
remember what it was. It was like with female police officers getting arrested or something like that. We tend to like,
yeah,
whenever you find like a thumbnail that works on shock factor, you just tend to like kind of like 10x the shock factor on the thumbnails.
yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely interesting.
Yeah, so I saw that a lot of people were interested in that topic. So I basically started those as the first two topics, but I did do the packaging, like the thumbnails, a bit different. So I saw this channel, and I think many of you guys know it, which is Paxto, and I really like this packaging. Definitely with the text on the forehead, on the people on the side. So I thought that would be some value that I was able to add to the niche, basically. And then, yeah, that's basically what I did. For the title and the thumbnail, just make it like really shocking and controversial, and from there, yeah, it went pretty well, I can say.
Right. So after you saw that first video, right? Because that video went viral in like 24 hours, or how long did it take before that video hit the algorithm?
Which one? The first one?
Yeah, the first video that was uploaded on the channel. Like, how long did it take again? Like 24 hours. It was no.
Yeah, I think 2 days. 1 second. My Wi-Fi. Yeah. So first day, yeah, it got 2.5K, and then after
Yeah.
that day, it went to 60K immediately.
Okay. Okay. I see. So it was like 3 days before it went viral. Like 3 to 10
Yeah,
days. Yeah.
yeah. Within 3 days, it was on 100K, and then let me check when I posted the second video. Yeah, 4 days later. So
Right.
yeah, and that one. So I had the audience at that time, and that one went crazy.
Yeah, makes sense. So, and I have another question. So, I think a lot of people usually tend to ask this question: is how did you source the team members? Like, where did you find them? What was kind of the process of sourcing the team members that we usually go through? Was it through Discord or Upwork, or was it already one of the team members in our network, or how did that go?
Um, Actually, all over the place. I found, I think the writer is one we are using multiple times already for a few years. So I had two
Okay, right.
writers actually. So one I got from Upwork, and the other one
Yeah,
is the one we used, yeah, many times.
yeah,
And then for the voiceover, it's 11 Labs. Nice.
yeah. Nice,
And
nice.
then for the edits, I had two editors from one from Twitter, X, and
Yeah.
the other one from Upwork.
Yeah, so yeah, I think hiring on X is a pretty good one, even though it's kind of expensive at times. But usually on X, the best editors usually hang out on X. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great, especially for documentary editors. It's a really great place to hire talent
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
for
and
sure.
what I actually did for the videos is because the packaging is like really controversial, but for the videos, it's kind of like I added some memes in the videos.
Hmm.
So yeah, people click on the thumbnail and it's like really shocking, but when they actually click on the video, then I took almost all the inspiration from this channel.
Yeah.
He even this is actually pretty funny. He even dropped my channel in his community post.
Right, right. That's pretty
He said,
funny. I mean,
"Rent rent has never been this high after I did so many on Ryan
right.
Kaji."
Right, it's pretty fun. I mean, I have this quite a lot. I mean, like we do have quite this happen quite a lot where people kind of post our channels. It's super funny.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, it's super
yeah.
fun.
I
But
think he wasn't really happy with it, but yeah, whatever.
like most of these drama channels. I mean, have you seen like how much they milk out Mr. Beast? It's just mainly when you come for their outliers or something like that, which everyone does. I mean, I can guarantee that some of these videos or like some of these like videos that are being now maybe on this channel, or I'm not particularly saying this channel, but I mean maybe on another channel, most of them are based on outliers. I mean, it's just a pretty common practice.
Yeah.
But okay, so I would have another question for you. So obviously, at some point, the Ryan Worlds niche dies down. How do you look at the pivoting after that point?
Yeah, that was a little difficult, I would say, but after a month or maybe 1.5 months posting, well, then KSI came in the picture as he became really trending about his song, and he did Lunchly together with Mr. Beast and Logan Paul, I think.
Yeah,
So there was a lot of controversy surrounding that again, and then I saw the opportunity to do that basically.
yeah,
And then there was like post about Dr. Mike. He did an actual post about Launchy saying that it was bad, and like yeah, nobody should actually buy it. So I made it even more controversial, as you can see.
right. Sticking to what's
um,
working now.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's basically what I did, and then a few videos didn't like really do well. Like I tried in going into other topics about KSI, but I feel like this was just really trending.
yeah,
And then yeah, again, doubled down on it, and it worked again here.
mhm,
Um, and so yeah, pivoting was doable, but I would say still the audience on this channel is mainly focused on Ryan's World. I feel like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
everything
yeah.
about Ryan's World, yeah, that just goes. And
Do you
then
know
this,
that thumbnail format down there with the like in the text box with the little text box and Brian's dad? If you scroll down a little bit, a little bit,
where?
yeah, a little bit down, yeah, a little bit more down with there's like a text box coming from Ryan's dad, like a big text book with like an outline, a black outline. If you scroll up a bit,
Oh, up, oh, this one.
up. Yeah, yeah, this one. You know where
Yeah,
like I'm pretty sure where this format came from. It's like I
yeah,
used to
streamer
make video.
moments.
No, no, no. That format actually, I think I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure I was one of the first ones to do that format on undercover bulls.
Oh yeah,
Like
I
you
saw
remember
that.
that?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So undercover bulls, I used to do that format quite a bit, and now it's like all over the place in the drama niche. It's really
yeah,
funny. Yeah, yeah. So
yeah. Like those streamers, that streamer niche.
yeah.
It's been done many times there.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So it's interesting to see you kind of especially like that's your specialty, kind of like doing the or combining formats from different niches onto a new channel, which that's something you're really good at. So if you'd look at this channel, like what is kind of your favorite thumbnail in terms of the way you ideated it or the way you yeah came up with it?
Mm, I think mainly the combination of the controversy about Ryan's World and then Paxto's packaging. I
Hmm.
feel like his packaging is just really good, and it just yeah straight in your face basically.
Yeah,
So I tried to do that, but yeah, I well this one I got that
yeah,
one actually from another channel, and
yeah.
it was about Ryan's World, and I think um, it was an actual podcast, and
Oh, it's Colin Samir. Colin Samir, no?
I'm not
Co-
sure.
or like Joshua Shui or something like that. Like a greenish.
Here, yeah,
Uh,
this one,
which one? Yeah, yeah, that's Joshua. John,
yeah.
yeah, John. Yeah, that channel. Yeah. I've seen that
Yeah, so
thumbnail. Yeah,
I really
makes sense.
liked the packaging of this one.
Yeah,
But basically, what I told my designer is just take this and make the colors red instead, and make his face like almost crying. And
yeah.
then on the side, we can put something like child slave, because I saw like on many outliers, it was saying like child slave, child slave, child slave. So I said,
That's
yeah, we have to do
crazy.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you think at some point the thumbnails kind of cross a line where there's any repercussions, or I mean,
Well, there is no limited ads actually,
yeah,
like none. But I feel like yeah, it is going quite far. But
yeah.
it gets clicks,
Yeah, it
and
just works.
that's
That's the
what
annoying.
works.
Yeah, that's the annoying part is that like these type of thumbnails work so well, regardless of what people kind of say. Like these shock factors work really well usually when running these type
Yeah,
of channels. So I have another question. So I'm not sure if you're aware. Have you seen that OnlyFans creator exposing or drama niche? I bet you have.
yeah.
Right? There's a
Sophie
couple
Rain,
outlier. Yeah, with Sophie Rain. Yeah, I saw you
I did a
uploaded a
topic
video.
on it.
Yeah, isn't it a
Um,
good idea to pivot the channel into something like doing maybe like OnlyFans drama, maybe streamer drama? I think it would be pretty prime to go into kind of the streamer niches from here. No, I think the RPMs would be
Definitely.
higher. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it would be.
definitely. I feel like it's a really good idea, but given the fact YouTube is coming with the clickbait rule and being more strict on it,
Yeah,
I feel like it might be a better opportunity to sell this channel.
right.
I'm actually curious what you think about that. But yeah, I was thinking to sell it because yeah, it's a lot of clickbait. Like I'm making everything so more controversial than it actually is.
Yeah, right. So I mean, I'm not sure. I think you can probably maybe dumb it down, and then if you go into the streamer, I saw this outlier talking about like times when speed nearly died, like ISO speed nearly died. It had like 8 million views in like just under a month. Like, and this entire channel when it's like about like speed nearly like doing some or like doing something. Yeah, this one I think it's, or maybe he stole the thumbnail, but it's
This
like
one,
I think the second one.
crazy.
I think
Yeah,
it's the second one. Yeah, I think it's this one. I saw this channel come by. And I mean, this is just going crazy. Like, as soon as he started doing the speed stuff, I mean, it just went wild. Like
yeah,
millions and millions of views. So that's sick. I
yeah.
mean,
It's
this
a good
is
idea.
yeah. So, for example, doing speed content, I mean, that could definitely be something interesting. Or the OnlyFans, or like general streamer content could be a good way to pivot it instead of like only doing drama content. Because again, yeah, like drama gets clickbaity so quickly, so that's
Yeah,
a bit of an issue. But it might be interesting to pivot into something like that. Or like obviously you can sell the channel, but I mean it doesn't make sense to sell the channel if the revenue multiple on this would only be $2,000 times 12 or the yearly revenue. So that I'm not sure if that makes sense
yeah.
to tell right now. I
No,
think you can better.
that is true.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't it make more sense to just kind of spike the channel in views, and then once it's going up, you just sell the channel from there if you don't want to run it anymore anyway, right?
Yeah,
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 that makes
definitely.
sense. But yeah, I do really like the way. I mean, I think this is a really great example of just kind of sticking to what works. I mean, you could have really quickly, like after that first Ryan's World video, pivoted into something else. But I mean, by kind of sticking to it, I mean, I think you
Yeah,
got way more views than any other channel that would have pivoted at that moment would have
yeah.
gotten, right? Yeah. That's a really
Yeah,
good
I
strategy.
always say it to a lot of guys asking for advice, uh, like they were able to set up a good channel and get the first views, and then they come like, "Hey, it died down, and what happened, and what do I have to do?" And I will say, just double down on what has worked. Like,
Yeah.
just get that core audience reached again, and from there you can scale again and pivot to other things.
Yeah, 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 that makes sense. So, yeah, I definitely think this is a super interesting kind of case study channel. I mean, it would be interesting to maybe apply this type of like this format to maybe some other niches that have higher RPM. What's the RPM on this channel? Like $2, two
Let me
three
check
dollars.
from the. Well, yeah, well,
Is it
this one had struggles with invalid
infinite
traffic.
traffic? Yeah,
Like,
right, right, right. Some more recent ones. How much is it? Like $3? I think like drama channels are so low, especially if it's like
yeah,
yeah, it's
three
like
to
three
four.
bucks. Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah,
the problem with channels. That's why also like we don't like to run drama channels usually. It's because I mean the views are just crazy explosive. But I mean, like if you run like one of the channels that have like a $15 RPM, I mean it's just even if it gets like 1/10 the views, it's just so much more profitable.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
true.
But it would but Streamer actually has a pretty high RPM, especially like Speed and Kaizenat. That has like a $5 to $8 RPM. That could be interesting maybe to try on this channel. It has much
Yeah,
more potential, I think, in the long run. Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, is there any finishing note of advice that you'd want to give that you maybe learned over the years of us working together, or like any advice?
Well, I think just really do really well research on whenever you see a niche doing well, and you then basically dive into that niche and try to find maybe sub niches or certain patterns you see, and then make a channel around that. Like that mostly works.
Right. So especially if you see bigger niches, basically the advice would be find the pattern that works and then just make a channel only around that certain pattern, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's the biggest takeaway from this whole case study. So yeah, this was
definitely.
really great. I'll maybe leave your Twitter or something in the description. So again, Chase, my long-term partner. I mean, we've worked together on a lot of different channels. Also Snapchat. We might do a maybe a video on that in the future.
Oh
And
yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
I thought that was super valuable, and I hope you guys did too. And see you all later. Cheers, cheers,
All
cheers.
right, great.
Bye bye.